Greetings, welcome, and thanks so much for joining me. It's Christian of Standing Stones Healing, honored to bring you another Choose One of 3 card reading for your September 2024 messages. Welcome, September. I personally love September and am excited for this month. I hope no matter where you are in the world that you are too. But if you are new to these readings, this is how it works. You choose number 1, 2, or 3, and there is a corresponding reading for your monthly messages. And if you know what your number is, 1, 2, or 3, you can click down below to go there straight away. Greetings, number 1. Welcome, number 1, to your September 2024 messages. Number 1, you had 2 Celtic Dragon Tarot cards for September. They are, number 1, the Moon, and the 10 of Cups. 2 great cards for your September 2024, number 1. But let's see what else you got. Your Archangel card for September is Victory. Archangel Sandalphon says, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Wow, awesome cards for your September number 1. And finally, your Fairy card number 1 is, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, number 1. Great, number 1. Okay, number 1, here's what I've got for you for your September 2024. Number one is that you've got some great things coming up for you in September. Number 1, if they're not here already, indeed they are on the way. And what I'm getting for you very clearly is that it's something that you've been waiting for, praying for, hoping for, and wishing for. And yes, indeed, the rainbows are here for you. And so it's time to celebrate throughout your September number 1, time to give thanks and gratitude, because in September the cups are overflowing. So congratulations, number 1, for your September. There's lots of abundance, lots of blessings. The cups are overflowing, and I'm clearly getting the encouragement for you to put gratitude first throughout your September, and to make sure that you are giving thanks for all of the blessings and all of the cups that are running over for you in September. Now, number 1, I'm also getting for you the encouragement to recognize that not all rainbows are all rainbows. And so what that means is that there are going to be some clouds. You know, every cloud has a silver lining. Well, you could say every silver lining has a cloud. But here's what's really at the root of that for your September number 1. There's encouragement for you to just be a little bit honest with yourself about those blessings, about any of the challenges that might come with those blessings, about any of the double-edged sword aspects of those blessings. And so number 1, that means that even while the blessings that you have been wanting are coming to fruition, it's important to recognize that sometimes roses have thorns. I have gorgeous rose bushes on my property, number 1, and believe me, I know about the thorns. And so it's important, number 1, to remember as you give thanks for all of the blessings that you are also honest with yourself about some of the challenges within those blessings. You know, for instance, let's say number 1, that you win the lottery in September. And of course you think, wow, look, my cups are overflowing. What of all those blessings? It's amazing. But yet don't forget you've got to pay taxes. Like the lottery earnings get taxed, number one. And so there is a challenge to be honest with yourself about in all of those blessings. So give gratitude, count the blessings, say thank you for the cups running over, while also recognizing that there are some challenges with the blessings too. It's all part of the experience. It's the thorns among the roses. Number one, you're also being encouraged to maybe use the moon a little bit this month as well, and use some moon energy to help with giving thanks for those blessings and even for welcoming them in. You know, maybe conducting some kind of moon ritual or ceremony to say thanks and to welcome in the blessings in your life. And even number one, to maybe ask for and receive help for the challenges that come along with the blessings in September too, number one. And so just recognizing that the moon is here to support you in this, and that you may want to consider tapping into that moon energy for your September. I'm also getting for you, number one, some creative energy as well throughout your September. Maybe even, number one, creativity with those blessings, and indeed creativity for dealing with the challenges that might arise with the blessings themselves. And so there you are, number one, a powerful reading for you for your September. Looks like a great month with blessings on the way. I know for sure you can handle the challenges with the blessings. And as long as you are open and honest with yourself, absolutely, number one, you've got this. Well, number one, I want to encourage you. I've got some great things coming up in September. Of course, as always, I have my Unlock Your Card Magic program that is always available that you can start on right now at standingstoneshealing.com/magic. The link is down below. My new book, Reiki Business Ready, is being released on September 7th. It's in the pre-order stage right now. The link is down below, and you are invited to the launch party. I'm going live on Facebook for the launch party on September 7th. Yes, indeed, all of those links are down below. Well, number one, I'm sending so many blessings to all of your blessings for your September. Thank you so very much for being here, sending blessings and best wishes. Greetings, number two. Welcome, number two, to your September 2024 messages. Number two, your Celtic Dragon Tarot card for September is, number two, the Lovers. The Lovers. I love it. Number two. Great. Number two, your Archangel card for September is Claircognizance. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Beautiful. Number two. Thank you for the message. And number two, you had two fairy cards for your September. They are, yep, absolutely. Not surprised by this because it completely corresponds with the message I got on the first card. Self-reliance. Self-reliance, number two. And happily ever after. Beautiful, number two. I love it. What a great reading for your September 2024. Okay, number two, here's what I'm getting for you. Now, number two, you may or may not be in a relationship at this time. Either way, what I'm getting for you is some encouragement to maybe spend a little bit more time treating yourself as your own lover this September, number two. Haha, someone just laughed at that. I heard that. But number two, what I'm saying here is that it's time to treat yourself well It's time to take good care of yourself. It's time to, number two, so often in our lives, we can get in a place where we're not taking care of ourselves as though we are our own partner, as we are our own spouse or lover or whatever it might be. The idea here, number two, is that you're being encouraged throughout your September to take yourself out on dates, cook yourself dinner, pour yourself a glass of wine, buy yourself some nice chocolate. It's time to treat yourself, number two, like your own best lover. And so however you might treat a partner, a spouse, a lover, it's time to treat yourself in that way as well, number two. Because whether we're in a relationship or not, we are number one. Whether we have someone who we love and are in a relationship with, whether we're seeking a relationship or not, our number one relationship, number two, is always with ourselves. And so at this time, you're being encouraged to put your relationship with yourself first and to be your own best lover. Now, some more encouragement here for you on this number two is that this self-reliant card is really here to say, hey, take good care of yourself, rely on yourself. And yes, indeed, we have a community around us. Yes, indeed, we have people who love us and who are here supporting us. And at the same time, our relationship with ourselves is really the number one relationship that we have, because we're with ourselves all of the time. People come and go, relationships come and go, partners come and go, but who never comes and goes? It's us. I'm sorry, number two, you are stuck with yourself. And so it is time to listen to the messages of the planes flying overhead. I don't know if you heard that, number two. That was a little bit loud of a plane flying overhead. Hey, indeed, maybe the messages might come in the form of planes flying overhead. But we are unable to break up with ourselves, to divorce ourselves, to leave ourselves. We're stuck with ourselves. And so what that means is that we really need to cultivate our relationship with ourselves and to treat ourselves well. And so number two, throughout your September, it's time to cultivate your relationship with yourself and treat yourself well. Take yourself out on some dates. Buy yourself dinner. Whatever it means to you and looks like to you, number two, it's time to do that for yourself for your September. Now, number two, I'm also getting for you the encouragement that if you are in a relationship, or if you are seeking a relationship, number two, it's time to honor that and acknowledge that and enjoy that relationship, or even to enjoy the relationship that might be coming in, or the seeking of the relationship. But also within that, number two, is making sure that you are not allowing yourself to be put second or even last, number two. So to make sure that you are focusing on yourself, because you are one half of that relationship. You are one half of that equation, number two. And so if you've been putting the relationship first, if you've been putting the other person first, it's time to balance that out a little bit this September, number two. Now, number two, there's encouragement here for you to make sure that you're just paying attention to the signs, the thoughts, the ideas that come to you about your relationship, especially about your relationship with yourself. So any like love relationship you may be engaged in right now or interested in, you're just being encouraged to pay attention to the thoughts about it. But coming back to that primary number one relationship with yourself, number two, it's really time to listen in and pay attention to the messages that are coming, as far as putting yourself number one, and as far as taking good care of yourself throughout your September. Of course, as you do this number one, there are great blessings here for you. You know, happily ever after, could it have to do with the lover's relationship? Sure, absolutely. I don't know, maybe number two, maybe you're going to find a partner in September. Maybe your partner is going to propose. I don't know, number two. I'm not going to pretend to know. But what I do know is that as we focus in on our relationships in our lives and give them love and gratitude, primarily that number one relationship with ourselves, indeed, that is a happily ever after kind of place to be. You know, so often in the storybooks, happily ever after is about the partnership and the love and the marriage, and they lived happily ever after. But we live happily ever after when we can get into a great relationship with ourselves, enjoy our own company, celebrate and love ourselves, and yes, indeed, even date ourselves. So number two, I'm sending lots of blessings and best wishes to your September, to listening to the messages overhead, no matter what form they might come in, to paying attention to your number one relationship with yourself and loving on yourself and taking good care of yourself throughout your September. Number two, by the way, I also want to mention that, of course, as always, my Unlock Your Card Magic program is available. It's a self-paced program and includes one-on-one time with me, plus a community of other card readers to practice with live. And you can start that right now and at any time at standingstoneshealing.com/magic. And number two, my new book, Reiki Business Ready, is ready for pre-order. It will be available to read on September 7th. I'm having a launch party at that time as well. You are welcome to join live on Facebook. All of the links are down below. I'm sending so many blessings and best wishes, number two, to your September 2024. Greetings, number three. Welcome, number three, to your September 2024 messages. Number three, you had all kinds of cards popping out all over the place. Let's see what you've got for your September. Number three, you had three Celtic Dragon Tarot cards. We've got the King of Pentacles. Great. We've got Justice. And we've got the Empress. Great cards for your September, number three. I've got some messages coming up on these, but you've got more cards in store. Your Archangel card for September is Prioritize. Archangel Metatron says, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. Beautiful. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Got it. And finally, you had two fairy cards, number three. You have Parenting and Children and Miracle Healing. All right, number three, what is going on with all of these cards? Well, first of all, number three, you've got a lot going on. And what I'm getting for you is that you've been feeling like you've got a lot going on. There's a lot of energy going here for you. You know, whether it pops up more in September or you're feeling it, I'm getting that you're feeling it right now, number three. Let's be honest and let's be real. You're feeling like all kinds of things are going on. all kinds of energies happening. And so there's encouragement here for you for your September number 3 to look at all of these cards. This is a lot going on. It's time to focus in and prioritize. It's time to take a deep breath, number 3, and it's time to really ask yourself what you want to focus on in your September and to make that a priority. You know, number 3, there's always so much talk about time management and how to better manage your time and what you can do for time management. The truth is that time management is simply about priorities. It's simply about prioritizing and focusing in on your priorities. That's all time management really is at its core. And so number 3, you're really being encouraged to focus in on your priorities for your September to help you manage all of these energies that are just going all over the place. Number 3, you're really being encouraged to bring some more of the Empress and King of Pentacles kind of energy into your September. Now, if you check out the King of Pentacles, this guy is not fussed. He's not rushed. He's not overwhelmed. He's cool. He's calm. He's collected. And this lady, she's enjoying picking the flowers. She is stopping to smell the roses. And so number 3, it's time for you in your September to take some steps, to take some action towards feeling a little bit more like this and feeling a little more cool, calm, collected, and in control. And the priorities are really going to help with that. You know, I'm getting for you very clearly, number 3, that you have some things on your mind, things that have to do with parenting and children, whether actual children or you serving as the caretaker of something, maybe pets or possessions, a house, a car, someone else's stuff. There's an encouragement here that one of the challenges that one of the ways in which your energy is scattered is about this kind of caretaker mentality for you right now. Another way in which your energy is kind of scattered is your health and thinking about your health and how you're feeling. Not number 3, that you're not feeling well. You may be feeling great, but that's a consideration for you at this time. So something where your energy is kind of being scattered. Another way where your energy is being scattered has been number 3, and indeed will continue to be in your September, is this idea of being done wrong and wanting justice to be done. So having some feelings of being done wrong and feeling that you really want justice to be done. And so these 3 areas are really having and have been having kind of an impact on your energy, number 3, to where it's almost like a scattered kind of energy no, it's not like it is. It's a scattered, a lot going on experience for you lately, number 3. And so indeed, it really is time to prioritize. And one of the ways you might want to consider prioritizing, number 3, is really focusing in on your values, what you value, and then moving forward with your priorities based upon your values, what it is that you really want, and put your focus there. And that's really going to help you, number 3, with all of these things that are going on and these scattered energies, these things that are really diffusing your focus and making you feel scattered and like you're here and you're here and you're here and you've got to worry about this and you've got to worry about this and you've got to worry about this. No, you don't. You can really focus in on what it is you want to worry about, what it is you want to take care of and tackle, and to bring in more of this King of Pentacles and Empress kind of energy that is cool, calm, and collected. So there you have it, number 3. Time to take some action on all of those scattered energies and all of those things that you've been putting your focus on here, there, and everywhere, time to rein it in, get a little bit more focused, and get a little bit more cool, calm, and collected for your September. Well, number 3, I'm honored to have you here. I want to remind you, as always, of course, I have my self-paced Unlock Your Card Magic program. So if you want to be able to read cards, any cards like this, indeed, I've got a program, self-paced, to help you do that, and it includes one-on-one time with me and a great community of other card readers. The link is down below. StandingStonesHealing.com/magic. And number 3, I am releasing my brand new book, Reiki Business Ready, on September 7th. It's available for pre-order now. If you're watching this after September 7th, you can indeed tune in or buy the book and get it right now and read it right now. But you'll be able to pre-order it before then. And I'm having a launch party on September 7th for the book, live on Facebook. You are invited. That link is down below. So number 3, I'm sending so many blessings and best wishes to reining in those scattered energies, to focusing in and prioritizing on what really matters to you in your September 2024.